Donna asks if it's that time. Well, yes, it most certainly is. Hello, and welcome to another absolutely sterling day here in the Mpushini Valley, just outside of rubbish bag Maritzburg. It's an absolute stunning day. Look at that. Prayers and condolences to our northern friends, currently experiencing heavy snows, miserable weather, and slightly melancholy music. Hello, this is Top Rock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler of minerals and fossils. I'm Francis, that's Cara, that's Tudor looking absolutely pained, and that's little Quinn in the corner. Hello there, if you're new here, happy days, welcome to the family. Please take the time to read Cara's short story. It's going to tell you all interesting, vital kind of things, such as we require 10 kilograms minimum before we ship our goods. Yes. The tag's on there, the table, the trolley, the Skeletor over there, that fella there. That's in US dollars because we'd like to think that everyone can kind of calculate their own currencies to the USD. The USD is not doing that well. Surprisingly, the rand is quite strong. That's why it might seem more expensive. It's not. The rand remains the rand, and that's what we legally charge at the end of the day. Other than that, please comment the number of the flat just to claim. Cara's going to write a comment in the comment section after the sale to notate which flats have been taken and which ones haven't. Nah, she's just going to mention the ones that have been taken. You can do the rest of the work. Cobalt. The Cobalt has finally landed. And like with most African suppliers and deliveries, the first one is always brilliant. Mint, A-grade, galore. We get hooked on them, and then they come with a second delivery, and it's a bit of a meh affair. But still, there are A-grades. There are very good to A-grades, and then there are shit grades. A lot to look forward to. Happy days. Let's get going. First up on the list of things to admire is some very nice purple flash labradorite standing free forms. I looked earlier. These are rated as, well, as only very good. Now, I'd like to argue that it's a little bit better. Come on, Blue Flash, you were there for me a second ago. Don't let me down. Public embarrass me. There's my dog. Okay, it's not going. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Nice Blue Flash. There are 12 of these little standing freeforms. There's that purple flash again. That one doesn't need any picking up. This one over here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I think they're better. Oh, that is awesome. Look at that. Look at that flash. That is a particularly skinny little flag of standing freeformness. Probably good on a permanent little venue such as a fireplace mantelpiece, not a rickety table. There we go. And I stand by what I think. This is worth more than just very good grade. It's bloody nice. These, okay, so that's not so nice, but that's the front and that's obviously the arse end. Happy days. So these 12 here, they weigh 1.56 kilograms. They are rated very good, but they are better than that. They will cost $60 for 12 little standing freeforms. This is flat 407. Nice guys, finish last. We all know that. Next up, Book and Hook's got 12 gorgeous little specimens come clusters off the cuff. These do look very good to A grade. Some nice limonite in the base there. Some cheeky bastards, us included, accidentally bump our toes and call this ametrine, insinuating that it is citrine at the base. It's not. It's limonite. A little bit of iron love to your spirit base. 12 of these. Oh, this one's lovely. Nice little cluster there. Very nice little cluster. I reckon they're probably all A grade. Bar 4. Who are the bad ones? No, they aren't really bad ones. There's a little bit of cleaning that might have happened there, but other than that, it's a beautiful flat. 1.03 kilograms. They are rated as very good to A grade. There we go. They're going to cost all of $62. That's flat 975. Lekker. Next up, we got some very dark amethyst hearts. They are reasonably large-ish. Well, all sizes are all over the show. But it's nice. I reckon these probably come from the same little chevron deposit that bring us witches' hats and whatnot. Here's the lightest of the amethyst hearts. It's also the nicely better polished one. Nice veil in the middle there. These 12, they weigh all of... They weigh 900 grams. They're not 12, there's 13 of them. These 13, they weigh 900 grams. They're going to cost $35. This is a flat number 455. Next up, we got some whole ammonites off the cuff. Very good to A grade. Nice jigsaw patterns. There we go. No dramas, no cracks. This one's particularly nice. That calcite, almost transparent. I don't say almost, it is transparent right beneath the surface. Both sides are excellent. A little bit of iridescence there in the middle. Winking. Oh yes, look at those little flashes of, I'm not allowed to say opalescence because I don't know what it means. And it pertains to certain things. Apparently opalescence is only for opals and for stuff that happens in Canada. So beautiful ammonites. They weigh all of 1.27 kilograms. Very good to A grade. These two are going to cost $67. This is flat 490. On to some Congolese diaptase. We got 12 specimens here, some of them upside down. Well, we can change that quite easily. Here we go. That is particularly attractive. Just off the cuff, these look very good to A. Oopsie, very good to A grade. This will be very good. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Some malachite in there. There's a couple of individual crystals just perched upon nice copper-rich dolomite. Nice thin little plate this. No, you're not going up. These are A grade. Look at that. They're nice large crystals. Almost translucent. Some are. No scuff marks. A little bit of a malachite there on top of the diaptase. A hell of a nice flat this, as far as diaptase is concerned, rated as good, very good to A grade. 580 grams is going to cost all of $219. That is par for the course diaptase, flat 997. On to rose quartz leafy bowls. Let's start with the one over here on the left. It's nice pale. I don't like the look of that. That little crack that runs there. Look, it's got a crack all through, but because of the probably, yeah, it has chipped along the edge there. Nice gemmy pink. Same there, not Ayoba. I'm not a big fan of bowls and whatnot. That looks like a bruise, but I don't like these. Carl will argue. I suppose we can all be biased about certain things, but I've seen better leaves in my life. These weigh 1.59 kilograms. They're going to cost all of oh, that's a Joss's kit. That's $52 for flat 432. Now, $52 for 1.5 plus 1.5 kilos. It's pretty cheap, but there's a reason for that. On to some of the, yes please, we've got some cobalt bearing dolomite, calcite and aragonite polished freeforms. And not only that, there is a lot of hematite and pyrite, and on some I've seen quite the amount of actual copper. This is from Asamba West, the holy mecca of cobalto calcite. There we go, there is copper. That is gorgy. More copper is, well, this is basically a copper freeform with a nice generous amount of cobalt bearing calcite and dolomite, resembling slightly those rhodochrosite polished forms from Argentina. Here we go, and the last little plate on this one's a curious one. It's quite a thin one, but it has beautiful patterns. So there you got the pig calcite. You can see the where's the light? Let's see, show you the calcite is slightly shinier, and then the little rings of brown aragonite around the calcite. Hey, here we go. 3 beautiful polished freeforms. These weigh all of 1.59 kilograms. They're going to cost, there's Shay having a hoolie, $80 for flat $4.59. Lekker. Next up, we've got a cute little dog and some coral flower agate hearts. All 20 of these little hearts. There we go, they are gorgeous. I don't see any good ones, they're all pretty A-grady. Hey, kahle wena inja. Look at that, that is beautiful. Beautiful. Banded and flowery petals. Here's some dendritic action. With some, could be arborescent as well. That's pretty. There's one with a little bit of a bluey pink to it. There we go. Where's the sunlight when I need it? There we go. Beautiful little flower agate hearts. There are 20 of them. They weigh all of 630 grams. They're going to cost all of $41. This is flat 401. Up next is Tudor trying to goad his cute little dog into obedience. The little shit is not listening.
No. Come on.
Come on, Tudor. Where's this dog whispering person that you claim to be?
Move it!
Stolen Fig's bed.
That's stolen Fig's bed, and it is not going to relinquish it until Fig bites him in half, which my dog will never do. Because, oh, there's Stevie in the background. Here we got some beautiful large limonite clusters, some beautiful little goethite specks inside of that iron-rich quartz. That's a beauty. Please, Quinn, can you go so Tudor can stop? There we go. He's got a friend. Until Fig loses patience. There we go. Puppies are just so cute. Until they're not. Like snow, I suppose. There we go. Another beautiful limonite cluster. We got, ooh, look at that goethite in the back. That's what I'm talking about. That, all that limonite. Give it some air, give it some oxygen, give it a little bit of time. And what you get in the cauldron of mineral cooking is a nice bit of goethite. There we go. And that is nice iridescent goethite too. So the third cluster, also a beautiful shade of burnt orange. Or mandarin, if you insist. Ah, it's a beauty. There's some little bits of goethite specks in the quartz itself there. Very nice little flat this. It's going to cost all of, oh, I don't know, $47 for flat 009. Very nice. before I lose tickets, because losing tickets is never a good thing. Flower agate hearts, you go back in there, boy. Then we got some, here we go, absolute winner chicken dinner, red hematoid cathedral. Look at that, look at all the steps. Do you know how long the monks had to take to build this? Lovely clarity in the windows as well. This is the proverbial cathedral to iron. Ah, crikey, little fella. Oh, now you're in trouble. And when fortunately for Quinn the dog, Tudor is about as athletic as a three-legged gazelle. Come on, take control of the dog. Come on, Choose. It's behaving typically like its owner. Oh, look at those beautiful little lepidocrocite. There we go. Lovely transparency in these little crystals on the side there. Ah, those are beautiful phantom as well. These are a bit more smoky, not much red hematoid action going on, but lovely clarity again. Need some sun for this fella. Here we go. There's a beautiful phantom on the inside. It is a lovely flat of red hematoid and one not so red hematoid. They weigh, what do they weigh? 3.1 kilograms for a cathedral and 3 specimens. It's $42. This is flat 566. On to some absolutely beautiful A-grade ammonites. And these ammonites, okay. Beautiful A-grade ammonites with not the opalescence. See how I got around that little tricky terminology. This non-opalescence does not shine red at all. No. In fact, without the sun, it's probably going to be worse. Let's check it out. There we go. Absolutely terrible. No little lightning streaks of red, blue, purple. Okay, that one's not so hotty-totty. How about that one? Most certainly is. Oof, look at that. That non-opalescence is breathtaking. These are absolutely dreadful specimens to go to work with, because if you don't spend half the day gazing into that beautiful refractive colors, then I don't know, you're probably not human. In which case you're better off employing AI. See some there still? That is goody. Yum. Little bit of non-opulence, yes, iridescence. Here we go. This flat of 6 beautiful work hazard ammonites is going to cost $74. This is flat 428. Next up, we got some Congolese cocktail magic. That is the Salrose or cobalt bearing dolomite with a nice little cherry on the top kaolinite to make it look like a little cupcake. Congolese cupcake. I like that. There we go. It's a bit more of a slice of Salrose. A little bit of sprinkles of silky malachite. Beautiful hues of pink there. Lovely dolomite formations. This one's a bit odder because I tell you what, let's focus in on the... There we go. These crystals here. There's a bit more calcite, I reckon. That's lekker. Yeah, no, I don't think that is... That's gorgeous, man. That is really special. This one over here, a little bit of kaolinite as well. Malachite around the edges. Nice rhombohedral dolomite there, and on top of some heterogenite. What's going on there? Just heterogenite. Beautiful flat of cobalt bearing dolomite and calcite and kaolinite and malachite and heterogenite and just some basic rock. It's a $67 for the 6. This is flat number 30. Next up, last flat of the yes, the oddly shaped tears, pears, raindrops, Coro and sister cabochons. They're small, they're polished, they're A grade, they're banded agate, they weigh barely anything, 235 grams, they cost barely anything, $21 for 20. This is flat 433. On to a whole lot of black tourmaline. Palm stones, all 70 of these delicious little, yes, hazardous for kids, don't swallow them. Black tourmaline palm stones from Madagascar, and yes, so I had to spend a little bit of time, not a lot of time, just dusting these off, because I tell you what, not unlike black luxury cars, or well, in Africa every minister, parliamentary member, deputy, anything has a black car. Nothing collects dust and gets dirtier than a black shiny thing, not unlike these black tourmalines. So instead of palm stones, I'm going to insist that these are PS acronyms as well. They are pocket stones. You keep these rubbing nicely on the inside of your pants and they will keep on being shiny. They weigh 1.41 kilograms. They rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $58 for flat 456. Next up, Congo time again, and it's chaos quartz. It is the beautiful amethyst basey little clusters with the most beautiful clean quartz on top, and they have got beautiful phantoms. Well, most of them have beautiful phantoms. Here we go, some red hematoid action going on top there. You can see those phantoms beautifully through the clean windows. Here's one. There are 35 of these little clusters. This one looks like the worst of the bunch. Yeah, not a whole lot good going on there. I call it medium, so this is probably medium to very good at best. But I tell you what, the best is bloody excellent. Look at that. This flat, the 35. Look at that clarity. A little bit of chip on the top, but they are interesting to say the very least. Let's just zoom out a little bit and do a scan. Ooh. Let's see where you are. Tell me you're beautiful without telling me you're beautiful. It's beautiful. It is 35 little pieces of amethyst and chaos quartz, phantoms galore. And the ticket wants to, yes, it's 1.741 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $78. This is flat 435. Next up, we got some blue lace agate from Sanjay. That's Malawi. Little blue lace emulating the skies and waters of Malawi and Lake Malawi, except these have quartz and druzy, making them look even better. Look at that. That is pretty. Tell me that's not beautiful. That is a whole lot of vuggy love with druzy. Shiny. And that there is more calcite, skeletonhedral calcite formations there, right in there, on top of the blue lace. That is gorgeous. Oof. These are super yummy. Not a bad one to be seen. Rated as, I bet you these are, yeah, very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of, let's see, they're going to cost $39. That's for 6 absolutely stunning blue lace agates. This is flat 375. On to, yes, first the Chaos Quartz, now the Kwaggafontein. It's deep dark purple amethyst. Kwaggafontein, hop, skip and a jump away from Bucanotuk. It's also on the border boundary between Limpopo province and Mpumalanga. About an hour and a half's drive away from the capital city of Tshwane. There are 35 of these little clusters. This one is crap, so it's a bit of an anomaly, just to balance things out, because life is all about balance, and so are our wholesale flats. Rated is good to A grade. These are going to cost all of $46. Oh, it's almost 2 kilograms with a Kwaggafontein. It's a flat 542. Sent through the trolley, that's the hop, skip and a jump from Kwagga to Bucanout. And here we go, not your typical small crystallized planes. No, these are in fact a lot nicer. Look at the red hematoid veil. Oh man, give me some sun. There we go. Look at that beauty. That is stunning, man. That is a whole lot of A grade Bucanotuk, slightly smoky amongst the amethyst, and then this absolutely stunning red hematoid cliffhanger of a crystal, perched, as it's to say, on a cluster. That is beautiful. If it wasn't for this little breakage there, this would be absolutely 100% yummy, perfect, delicious, eat it up without any condiments. Joined by a slightly larger and slightly heftier matrix cluster, but this matrix here, this cluster here has, the windows are perfect. Look at the clarity on these. That is beautiful. These two weigh 2.46 kilograms. They are rated as very good to A grade. They are going to cost an egg and a more than an egg. It's an egg and a yolk. It is $99 for flat 971. Onto Mindingi Mine Ball Malachite, or just Mindingi Mine Malachite with a whole lot of juicy. So if you're in the mood or in the market for a little bit of, well, I don't want to call this lime greens, maybe a bit more khaki green, dark green. It's got a lot of nice malachite cunningly hidden by the druzy. It's just the one specimen in this flat. It weighs 1.685 kilograms. It has a little bit of dirty malachite on the bottom. Nothing much on the side there. It's a pretty little cluster. Shiny green, yes please. It rated is very good only. It's going to cost $101. This is a flat and 637. Then onto a hideous, but so hideous, it's almost industrially beautiful. It's a feldspar and smoky quartz skull. Dating back to the days when Madagascar had not yet thought of putting teeth into the skull mouths, which I'm grateful for, because generally they do a shit job. However, look at these scary eyes. They are beady, slightly cross-eyed. Cara insists that it's a drunk skull. And just for hideous purposes only, the nose has been drawn into the brow, which is classic Skeletor He-Man stuff. This is the cornerstone of nightmares. It's exactly what you want in your shop, because then people to take your skull seriously. Also, it's a great skull manager if you have more than one skull. This kind of skull is the kind of skull that other skulls listen to, and you don't have to worry. And, you know, it's that type of skull. It's skull manager. It weighs all of 6.76 kilograms. It's going to cost $166. Think about all the money you're going to save managing your skulls. This is the manager you've always wanted, flat 303. Skeletor manager. Next up, a beautiful single large Cobalt bearing dolomite, calcite and aragonite freeform. That's a mouthful because the stone is quite full of minerals. It doesn't stop there. Look at that. Okay, you might be infatuated with pink, but I love the actual dolomite. That is beautiful. A little bit of pyrite specks everywhere. There's a big vug there with a leaf of sorts, or a dog here. I don't know what you are, but now you are going away. A wipey wipe cloth thing. Here we go. There's that beautiful calcite on the inside, and then the aragonite. Slightly orangey, like a dirty orange around the sides. Ooh, nice vug there. You got nice fan like the calcite does kind of grow in close fans, creating almost sometimes botryoidal formations. This fella here weighs 1.495 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. It's going to cost all of $76. This is flat $457. Last one. It's a beauty. It has been on the sale before, but Cara took it out because she really liked this piece and it needed some fresh air. And yes, you should also take your gems, crystals and minerals for walks. You know, give them some sun, get them out a bit, get some exercise, make some small talk. Maybe go to a gem park where they can mingle with other gems and crystals, you know, just to get some life experience. You know, mix it up with the rough cobbed ones as well. You know, life's not all pretty. You've got to meet the rough ones. That's a beautiful polished spooky amethyst from Madagascar. It weighs 2.91 kilograms. It's going to cost two black cats. $60 for flat $584. Just looking at those, man. That's really nice. Rightio, nothing says it's time for trolley 2 than trolley 2 pitching up in front of me. And here we go. We got some more Salros. It's cobalt bearing dolomite. These little itsy bitsy nice crystalline dolomite crystals do sparkle a rather lovely sparkle. In fact, same with this one. Slightly large dolomite crystals. A little bit of that looks like, that'll be malachite. I wanted to say Corwezite, but it's probably just malachite. It's this one's odd. It has quite the amount of druzy, and then as opposed to so many other Salros specimens where the actual dolomite gets covered by the druzy, someone was playing 3D chess and went, oh no, we want to end up on top of the druzy because it's prettier. But that is stunning. A little bit of malachite in the mix there as well. In fact, I want to put this down and zoom in a little bit because I want to see something. Could it be just calcite? Dixothrombic? Oh no, in that little vug there. Those are little dog teeth, yes please. Which makes this much more valuable than what the price is going to indicate. This is 1.35 kilograms worth of cobalt bearing Congolese cocktail. It's going to cost $53 for the 4. This is flat 984. On to, some more beautiful A-grade ammonites. And it has a nice little bit of red iridescence around the edges there, just to lure the proverbial fish with its bright little sparkly electric reds. There's only 2 of them, and they're probably going to be quite light, which means they're probably going to be quite affordable. Look at those gorgeous golds and reds and green iridescences. Not to mention a bit of yellow. That's a beautiful flat of iridescent loveliness. weighing all of 470 grams. The ankle biter says it's going to cost $27 for the two. This is flat 458. Next up, little itsy bitsy, there we go, Labradorite lollies. This is from Madagascar, each one hand polished. Lovingly, of course, lovingly. Why wouldn't they? Ooh, I think my screen needs a bit of a rub. Maybe that's better. There we go. Labrador Essence times 70. And just big enough to fit. Oh, I reckon you can do 3 in one pocket without much trouble. And without your pants falling down. Perfect. These weigh all of 1.48 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $57. I wanted to say $421. That's special. Labradorite, flat 421, $57. We got some dioptase, and we got 6 of them. We got 6 rated as good, very good to A grade. Let's have a looky see. Nice crystals. There's a whole lot of crystals here. This is probably the very good version. Oh yeah, this is a beaut. Few scuff marks, but that there, let me zoom in. That crystal there, that is a winner. Beautiful dioptase. A little bit of bladed malachite. It's not bladed malachite. There's no such thing as bladed malachite. Yes, there is. Well, it's usually a pseudomorph of sorts. I don't think this will be. Yeah, well, as you're right, is usually the precursor for malachite changing shapes, or adopting shapes would be the right term. Done that one. This one's a little bit dirty. Few scuffs, but a couple of beautiful crystals on the side. A little bit of juicy there on the side as well. There's more of that bladed malachite, and then absolutely gorgeous dioptase crystals. Yep, rated good, very good to A grade. 850 grams worth of beautiful green dioptase. $239 flat. $989. I like the other flat more. Where is it? Let's just quickly have a looky see. Where is the other one? There we go. This was a flat of 12 though, so different beast altogether, but I rated these. Anyway, not to digress too much, we're going to move on to some absolutely gorgeous A2 double A grade. I want to see a bad one. I don't see any bad ones. Rose quartz necklaces, A2 double A grade. Beautiful gemmy pink. These weigh 165 grams for all 12 of them. They're gonna cost $49. That's for 12 A grade at the very worst. Rose quartz necklaces, flat $491. Next up, we got some A grade, 6 A grade crystal clear polished points, with some beautiful phantoms and veils included. This one here's got a nice little bouquet of chlorite. Nice veils. Ooh, hello. Yes, please. Oh, some nice limonite. It's the smallest of the bunch. Interesting one. Slightly smokier. Very nice. And oh, it's the box that keeps on bringing the hits. No dramas there either. Beautiful veil right there in the tip. And then one darkish smoky point. And this is the only one I've noticed a chip, and it's a tiny little chip there on the edge of the window, but other than that is a beautiful flat of points. 470 grams for the 6. It's $38 for flat 499. Right, next up we got from Springbok Mine a little bit of a circular history from the South African mining calendar. This was the first copper mine in Southern Africa, the Springbok Mine in Springbok. It was called the Blue Mine for obvious reasons. It was a copper mine, and all the oxidated copper sulfates, which was predominantly chrysocolla, covered the ground cover. What we got here is a fair amount of somebody called this African turquoise, which is bollocks. It is chrysocolla and biotite. There's a little bit of hematite in there as well. African turquoise, lol. You can see the chrysocolla quite easily. A lot of biotite. There's no shortage of biotite in the Northern Cape. 3 beautiful spheres reminding us that, yes, somebody dug a hole before we did. It's a, what is this, 1.4 kilograms. It's going to cost $56 for the 3 spheres, flat 718. Then we return to some less than orangey limonite. So, why would you be interested in these? Well, I'll show you why. It's the goethite inclusions. I tell you what, these are absolutely stunning. I won't be surprised to pick up one of these and see a large, clear hematite veil. Not many of them, but I have seen some. But that's beautiful as far as inclusions are concerned. Hailing from Solwezi, the same place. What is Solwezi? Solwezi brings us kyanite and sugar amethyst. So quite a busy little area. Must be some faults there. All good stories start with fault lines. Lol. More goethite. Here's another one with absolute beautiful clarity in the crystals and enough goethite to make you reminisce about the last time you had a whole nice big cluster of Hollandite. No, this is goethite. No stars to be seen here. Just little poppy seeds of iron love. Especially this one. That is stunning, man. Oh, look at that veil there. That's a beauty. And then we got a little geode. That is a large smoky crystal sticking up its hand and begging for attention, with a side crystal there exhibiting quite the goethite veil. That is a beautiful specimen. Matrix is quite light, so all in all it's just the quartz that weighs anything. It's more of the goethite. And then finally some iron, so we can really truthfully say that this is a flat of limonite. Lol. Again, more hematoid influence, iron influence. Absolutely gorgeous flat of Solwezi quartz, goethite, limonite, hematite. It's a beauty. It's 3.43 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $61. This is flat number 650. Next up, we got, well, cornelian spheres for everybody. This is your proverbial Oprah Winfrey flat of cornelian spheres. There's one for everyone in your neighborhood, in your family. They're nice and small as well, little cornelian marbles of joy and redness. I tell you what, I bet you Napoleon's favorite crystal was cornelian. He actually had, well, legend has it, he had his his stamp, his ensign, his signature ring was carved from cornelian. And yeah, now I'll tell you what, Napoleon would have had an absolute hoolie playing with these little cornelian marbles. They go to, well, they weigh slightly more than 1 kilogram. They're going to cost all of $48. This flat is for the Napoleon and every one of us. It's flat 439. On to some, rose quartz skulls. 6 beautiful rose quartz skulls. And you can see these are slightly different than the skull I showed before, the manager, which is, well, right there, watching over the little ones, the beginners. Eventually, one day, they'll grow up into big skulls, but until then, supervision is required. These 6 little puppy skulls, because we have puppies now and puppies is on my mind. They weigh all of, let's see, 1.541 kilograms, 1.5 kilograms worth of rose quartz skulls. They're going to cost all of $78. And they come with a small amount of training, and if you get Skeletor over here, a manager. Nice. Flat 422. On to some book and note hook, and it's 35 little crystals and 1 or 2 clusters. That is 1.3 kilograms worth of spiritual quartz, or just like lilac, or just amethyst with funky soul crystals around the planes. These are 35. That's nice. What's not nice here? A little limonite in there, a bit of iron on the base. La 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 la. Oh, that's nice. Lilac amethyst veil. This one seems a little dirty with iron on the sides and the cracks. Still, that's a ode to the heritage of being born from the ground. These 35, they're going to cost you $58. This is flat 628. Next up, all the way from Mindingi Mine, Congo, the DRC, a place so full of uranium and copper that basically you can't walk 2 meters without bumping your toe into a stalagmite. You might wonder where those stalagmites are right now. It's because everyone's bumped them, well, to other people. I don't know. I did see some photos of some beautiful stalagmites, but at the moment we're a little bit gun shy of dealing with the Congolese. We've been burnt quite heavily this year, so if we can't touch it, we're not paying for it. That's pretty much the status quo at the moment. But this is a beautiful flat of almost spherical ball malachite. Hardly any scuff marks, except for maybe that one over there. This one here is not spherical at all. I'll tell you what, there's some smoky quartz in the mix there, and then a beautiful glittering layer of malachite over the surface. It's a bit of an odd one. It's a beautiful one. There's malachite on top and inside the quartz. It's a beautiful flat. That one there is a king. There's another one. That's a beaut as well. 1.2 kilograms worth of Mindingi Mine magic. It's $80 for flat 588. On to Malagasy. Yes, and we're just going to jump straight into the funky one. It is a very oddly botroidal chalcedony on one side, smooth on the other side, standing freeform. Would you have the balls to say it's mossy green agate? Look at those dendrites at the bottom there. That is pretty as. We got 4, so we can't give one attention alone. There's a little bit of hematite in there. Wow, look at that. That is stunning, man. That's rather special. Those patterns there as well. This little standing freeform, you can most certainly get lost in it for a while, only to revert to another one. Slightly cloudy. Also that very nice botryoidal interior, a little vug there. That's beautiful. Little flower patterns. And then the old-fashioned coral flower rarity. One we've seen so often that we've almost become naturalized to its rarity. It's a good polish. 4 beautiful and 2 extremely interesting mossy green agate standing freeforms. They're going to cost $53. This is flat 444. Nice. Next up is your proverbial Southern African rock starter pack. We have got some, let's see, some chevron amethyst from Zambia, most likely Swaziland, bloodstone, that is red jasper in all kinds of banket. And then we got Zimbabwean kyanite, blue kyanite in a nice rich green fuchsite. That's funky. Blue lace agate, because if you don't have blue lace agate, what kind of an African mineral collector are you? Tourmalated quartz from Namibia. Some rhodonite. Oh, this is Zimbabwean. Some beautiful manganese red amongst the black biotite. And then demortiorite from Mozambique. A stone so hard that you can call it names all day and it'll just take it. And then metoculite, the drama stone of Southern Africa. A stone so trapped within, well, intrigue, drama, romance, betrayal. This stone is what novels are all about. And then, some druzy coated chrysocolla. That's a beauty. That's very nice. Some really nice druzy on this. I didn't even originally see all that shiny. But that is beautiful. And then also from Barberton, Swaziland, some quartz with, it's too easy to say verdite. That means nothing. It's probably just some zoisite. Quartz and zoisite, or also cheekily known as Swazi jade. Some Nguni jasper. Beautiful, beautiful jasper. Very hard jasper as well. And then Barberton as well, completing the Southern African starter pack. That's stichtite with serpentine matrix. Kind of light as well. This little flat here, it weighs all of 3.66 kilograms. And our Aussie chickens, Martin's chickens, $45, 4 flat 175. Onto a flat of 12. Cobalt bearing dolomite, calcite and aragonite. Here we go. There's that beautiful pink cobalt influence, the aragonite there and a slight orange. I'm only here for the dolomite, really. There's some copper there. Nice copper. Lovely little vugs. Oh, a little bit of rouge there. Oh, what are you? Hematite, a whole lot of hematite. And then beautiful, almost gemmy calcite there. And a little pink nipple of fortitude. That's gorgeous, man. Those beautiful orange pink patterns. That can stand quite well. That's a nice one there. That's a winner. Beautiful translucent dolomite with a whole bunch of rainbow veils. Right, that is a beautiful flat of cobalt bearing lots of stuff. It weighs all of 915 grams. It's going to cost $46. This is flat 478. Nice. Neelite. There is 3 neelite. That is quite a nice atoyant tiger eye / there's crocodilite in there as well, but of hawk's eye. That's a lovely stunning freeform, man. That's beautiful. I'm not a fan of these, but that is rather special. But a quartz in the mix here as well. There's that tiger eye chatoyancy. Very nice. Ooh, an interesting line of iron running parallel to the grain. Less oh, hello, a little bit of chalcedony. A little bit of blue chalcedony on the edges there. Hematite as well. And there, this is very interesting. This is quite the ensemble of minerals all in one standing freeform. The 3 weigh 1.36 kilograms. They're going to cost $63. This is flat 465. On to hello polished points. Let's start with the one that looks, I wanted to say the worst, but that doesn't look too bad, to be honest. A little polished double termination, subtle hints of smoky. Don't know if it's dirty or smudgy. It's got a chip over there. That's not great. What have we got here? There's biotite and rutile. Oh, that's interesting. That's a busy little point. Oh, chlorite on the tips, biotite, and then loads of fine hair-like rutile. And then this one is just a whole bunch of limonite and veils. There we got one sharing. It's a little chlorite quartz, little garden element. Double termination. This double termination limonite and chlorite. There's 2 optically clear. This one's looks, compared to the others, it looks shit, but still, that's quite a lot of veils there. Bit of iron on the tip. A lot of iron. That's a beautiful point. And then all kinds of things happening in this one. These are okay, to be honest. That tip isn't chipped. It's an interesting one. It's beautiful. These are rated as A grade, all of them, even that one. Weighing all of 600 grams. They're going to cost $54. This is flat 477. Next up, beautiful, and I do mean absolutely sterling A to double A grade rose quartz, and slightly smoky rose quartz. Let's get into some sun. Look at the gemmy nature of these galets / palm stones, and you can just see the asterisms aren't dormant. They just basically want to jump right out of the flat and the galets. We got 1, 2, 3 maybe that are slightly milky, but the others are stunning. This is a glorious flat of well, that's not going to be smoky. That's a rose quartz, some smoky and some rose quartz galets. You know what? I'm just gonna, because the asterism just leaps and jumps out of some of these. This is a beautiful flat. Very, very, very nice. It weighs all of 1.59 kilograms. That's for 20 different flavored assortment of flavors. Proverbial baker's your proverbial baker's biscuits assortment. It's $66 for the 20. This is flat 454. On to 2 large whole ammonites. This one here has a little bit of iridescence at the tip there. All around the side as well. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. The jigsaw there at the base, at the bottom. And likewise, the iridescence doesn't stop just at the one side. It's on the other side as well. Not as much on this side, but it's certainly there. The larger one has taken a little bit of a... That's not fixing, because otherwise you wouldn't have the iridescence over there. That's beautiful. More iridescence over there at the bottom and at the top. This is very good to A grade. 2 beautiful ammonites. They weigh all of 1.71 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $81, flat 498. From one ammonite to another. Or at least this is not so much an ammonite. This is a whole lot of pyrite with some ammonite attached to it. That is a whole lot of jigsaw, a whole lot of pyrite filling in the gaps. Lovely Chalcedony translucency. More pyrite. It's an absolute beaut. Look at those patterns on the inside there as well. That is a stunning A-grade specimen. It weighs 910 grams. It's going to cost $46. That is a bargain. That is flat 451. On to a beautiful, yes, silky slash reniform large malachite specimen from Kasumpi in the Congo. Let's see what goes on around this. Oh, I think this side might just even be the best side. Look at all that beautiful green chatoyancy, man. Yummy. Maybe it should just stand like that, because that works. Because that works as well. This malachite specimen is designed to stand centerpiece on a round table where people can walk around it and gaze at it in amazement. Their jaws dropping open, little spittle coming from the sides of their mouths. Oh no, stop it, Francis, that's terrible. 2.2 kilograms worth of very good grade malachite. That is $89 for flat 999. Next up, from Madagascar, there is a whole lot of bornite, a whole lot of iron, a whole lot of goethite on this little special black knight cluster. It is the type that has a very soft matrix, so it should be handled with care. And I don't mean it only because it has spiky quartz on it. I mean the matrix is soft, very soft. But look at the iridescence and those beautiful rainbow colors of the goethite. So the goethite, oh yes, and bornite, probably cobalite as well. Weighing 4.85 kilograms. This little special fellow with enough iron to lend it some serious gravity. It's going to cost $52 only. It's flat number 452. Onto a beautiful little, not so little, but it's little enough compared to some of the brutes that come through here. It's a celestite geode. Lovely clean crystals. The hue of blue, this camera is not doing it justice, but look at those beautiful little cluster there. Very little in the way of, well, that's the only real issue, is that's a little scuffy over there, maybe there as well. Other than that, that is a beautiful celestite geode. This is going to be $77 for 3.72 kilograms worth of strontium magic. It's a flat 423. Last on the second trolley, we have got a purple flash standing freeform, and that is purple flashes at its finest. Look at that. That's beautiful, and I know she flashes on the other side too. Not just a one-dimensional flasher. Oh no, this Labradorite has been trained in all the arts of flashing. Weighing all of 1.33 kilograms. It's going to cost... Here we go. Flash for me, baby. $68. Flat number 448. Right, I keep forgetting to shine some fluorescent light on these little Cobalt beauties. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to take a couple of them. See what happens, you know what I mean. Oh no, I got the wrong flashlight. Lol. So the calcite should be glowing rather red, which it rather does. There's some blue in there as well. Oh, look at that, that's gorgy. Big one out. Yeah, calcite, she glows red. Not fiery red, but a little red. We're on to the third trolley, and first up we got three absolutely gorgeous, and I might be wrong, but this is A to AA grade rose quartz bowls. Let's have a closer look. Nice and gemmy, not overly pink, sometimes too much pink, you know what I say. This is by far the nicest. This is the AA. That is gorgy. These three little rose quartz bowls, they weigh 645 grams. They're going to cost $28. This is flat 434. On to 35 crystal clear, optically beautiful quartz points. This one's slightly smoky, but absolutely optically perfect. Some beautiful veins, and then this one over here is the only one with a little bit of a foreign element, lodolite. I don't know. It's pretty. It's like a little planet floating in the galaxy. That's very nice. These 35 beautiful clear quartz crystals, some with elements of smokiness, some with a bit of lodolite, some with there's a bit of chlorite. There's chlorite here. Is this the one? Yes. Chlorite and lots of rutile. Nice. What else have we got here? No, 35. They weigh 760 grams. They're going to cost all of $68. This is flat 450. Next up, the drama stone, the Matokulite from Zimbabwe. Matoku is somewhere there, northeast, quite close to, no, I'm talking Kuk, it's Zimbabwe, quite close to Mozambique in the northeast. Is beautiful mica matrix with a gemmy green clinic claw. I think it's clinic claw. There's two standing freeforms. Nice gemmy green crystals. They weigh all of 860 grams. These two standing freeforms are going to be $41. It is flat 654. Then, two large-ish. When I say large-ish, is the larger one is 18, almost 19 centimeters. The other one's 16 centimeters. Let's have a look. You see at these rose quartz points. A little element of limonite on the left. Points perfect. Probably rated as very good. This one's far more gemmy, a bit more clear. Lovely veils. Helps in the sun. Those are very nice points. Not many ones larger than, say, 10 centimeters. They weigh all of 1.5 kilos, slightly more. They're going to cost $63 for flat, $467. Then 3 labradorite spheres from Talia in Madagascar. There's that nice blue gold flesh. More blue gold flesh. More blue gold flesh. There's a lot of flesh to a sphere. How much flesh can one sphere handle? There's a bit of biotite as well. There we go. More flesh. That's nice. That is a exceptional little labradorite sphere. Oh, look at that. That is the blue that leaves you awake at night yearning for more blue. Awesome, man. Very good at worst. Definitely more on the A grade side of life. These 3, they weigh 1.14 kilos. They're going to cost $47. This is flat number 461. Who have we got here? How fast does a fault move? Milonite. Pretty dog, man. A little bit of a show pony. Then on to some Bukanotuk. It's the non-spiritual. This is the atheist of the Bukanotuks. It's got hardly any amethyst. I suppose some would say quite the opposite. It is the original Artemis of quartz clusters. There are 4 of these clusters. Tips all look great. Little bit of limonite just to rain on Artemis's parade. They are stunning though. These are 3 white quartz clusters from Bukanotuk. They weigh all of 1.75 kilograms. They're going to cost $66. This is for flat $472. And then some celestite, 2 large specimens. I'm going to denote this one to being very good. It's got some limonite in the points. There's a couple of the points have been scuffed rather, not too badly, but that one there hurts a little bit. This fella here, oh, that's a lot heavier. Love those formations there. Celestite does have quite a few different habits. These 2 rated very good only. Stands to reason they're going to be quite cheap. And they weigh, well, celestite, strontium is not light. That's 3.35 kilograms. But you're only going to pay $35 for these 2. That is a good deal. For flat 402. And Cara asked me to, who is this? Charlie, Chief Crystal and Sparkle Inspector. Whose cat's Charlie, Cara? Who's Charlie? Whose cat's Charlie?
He's a rose. That is his
Philin cat. Philinora's cat.
It's not a cat, it's a road cat.
Oh, rogue cat.
But
It doesn't look very rogue.
he goes and sleeps on cat's bed.
Okay. That's nice. For a rogue cat, that looks pretty harmless. Ha 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 ha. All cats are entirely harmless, aren't they? Yep, $35 for the Celestite. Next up, Zambian clear quartz. Cara put them in just to test me. I know this because I cocked it up the last sale thinking they're from Madagascar. But no, these are from Mpika in Zambia. And they are funky as unpolished quartz, and they are crystal clear for the large part of it. Sure, these are rather special. A little bit of iron in some of them, or on some of them. That's a bad chip there, but not to detract from. Majority of these are absolutely stunning as far as natural unpolished clear quartz is concerned. Sure. And them being as unchipped as they are, well, there are some chips, but I mean, this is from Central Africa. You don't get unchipped easily out of Central Africa. 35 of these beautiful quartz points from Mpika. They weigh 2.15 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $43. This is flat 609. Next up, some more of the cobalt. Yes, we got three large, yes, there's three large specimens, polished beauties. This is the longest or the largest of the bunch. Here we go, all that beautiful, almost gemmy pink calcite. That's a whole lot of cobalt. Nice little vugs there. You can almost see the fans of calcite on the inside. Little specks of hematite all over the show. Ooh, let's go in there. That is, oh, hello, look at you. That is stunning. Beautiful bright pink. And the third one, see if there are any vugs on this beastie. Okay, so these I am going to see fluoresce. Let's take a look. Rightio, let's have a look. It's a nice red there, that's nice fluorescence. That blue is mostly coming from the interior of the vugs. And that yellow is the dolomite. Oof, that is calcite. This is the one with the big vug. Yeah. Have a look at this. Oh yeah, that's calcite. Galore. And then the vug on the inside, maybe just lint. Yeah, it's probably lint, because they did come wrapped in newspaper and lots of little pieces of paper. Where's the other one? There's that. Whew, hello. That's quite exciting, or excitable. Nice. These three beautiful Cobalt bearing fellas. They weigh 2.775 kilograms. That's not light. They're gonna cost, I love that card. They're gonna cost $140. That's for these 3 Cobalt specimens, flat 453. Very nice. Plus fluorescence on the side. Yum, 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 yum. Right, on to Nguni Jasper. It's a whole lot of Nguni Jasper. Never mind these 3 little smallish fellas, which ordinarily wouldn't be all that small. But I'll tell you what, compared to Mister here, they kind of diminish. I'll tell you what, that is a proper paperweight. That is a whole lot of Nguni Jasper. Beautiful patterns resembling the Nguni cattle pelt. Wait, this beast leaflet. Don't see, where's the ticket? Where's my ticket? This one alone is probably 3.5 kilograms, so close on 5 kilograms is my guess of Nguni Jasper. It's only going to be $36. This is flat 590. On to an assortment of quartz palm stones. We got some beautiful clear smoky. That is a gorgy. That's most definitely a grady. Here as well. But a load of light there, yes. There are quite a few clear quartzy ones, and then these beautiful smokies. There's 29 palm stones, some limonite. There's another darkie. So dark and clear quartz, very good to, that would be AA grade. There's also pretty bloody marvelous. It's 800 grams worth of quartz palm stones. They're going to cost $34. This is flat number 405. On to some Laputu mine. Loveliness. It is a mine famous for its hemimorphite. However, this flat is, for the majority part of it, a whole lot of chrysocolla and druzy. A little bit of a lot of druzy on there. You can see the chrysocolla shining through. Likewise, this malachite here. I don't see any chrysocolla. Oh, there we go. It can be called a chrysocolla. But that is fine, man. That is beautiful heterogenite with little clusters of silky malachite covered in druzy. Rated as medium good to very good grade. These 12 weigh 1.25 kilograms. Highly likely that you could probably get this for a steal. Worth to mention that some of these, if they are a little heavier than what you perceive them to be, it's likely that they contain zinc and iron, and therefore quite a bit of nice little hemimorphite. That's what Laputu is famous for, after all. I don't think any of these are too heavy. Not really. 1.25 kilograms. They're going to cost $47. And this is flat number 624. Tell you what, if that was less than $42, it would have been great. On to Luwena. Cara was most impressed with herself when she found this flat. We don't often see Luwena in just small little flats of, well, there's 13 clusters in this one, but they're all pretty clean. Let's see what Cora got excited about. That's beautiful, that crystal there. Nice white phantom. Bit of iron. There's a large crystal. There's an old-fashioned Luwena chip. Beautiful clarity there. these. Smoky quartz from the Congo. They weigh 2.77 kilograms, rated as good to A grade. They're going to cost $67 for flat 581. Next, a little variation of the Bucanote hook deposit. It is smoky dark lilac. There are 35 little clusters, and these are rather bloody special. I like these a lot. Some limonite there at the base. You can see there we go. There's a beautiful little crystal. 35. They all look bloody marvellous. Oh, hello, who are you? That's very nice. There's a thin little plate with a pinnacle of amethystness. Weighing 790 grams. This flat of smoky dark amethyst from Bucanote hook is going to cost $52. This is, well, flat number 10. On to actual limonite. Well, actual limonite. I say actual because the previous ones we had was, well, I suppose I can remind you. Where are you, you little... Okay, so that was a really nice flat of limonite, but where's that blanky one? It was kind of white with a whole lot of goethite and whatnot. Off the cuff, I don't see it, so I'm not going to bother anymore. Here we have proper 70 little limonite specimens. This one's got quite the... got a little bit of... could be hematite on the outside. Will also be druzy, but they are a beautiful shade of orange. Here we go. There's those little blander ones with the inclusions. Beautiful clarity. There's a whole lot of gauzy the limonite. Here's that goethite again. Oh, hello. Hello. Sorry you were turned upside down. How wicked awesome is that? Don't you come with your Dalmatian quartz this, that. This is just limonite with goethite. Thank you. Still, this inclusion there is magnificent. That is in fact hematite. See how it glimmers? That's wicked. That's very cool. Oh, you know what? There's two in there, so yeah, 71. These 71, they weigh 1.10 kilograms. They're going to cost $36. That's $36 for 71 little lemonites, beautiful lemonites, and one Dalmatian. And that's not the same one, actually. Is it the same one? No, is it the same one? It is the same one too. Very cool. Flat 685. On to some, well, golden healer and fire quartz. I don't want to call them spheres because they're not spheres. If anything, they are probably free forms. Some, where are they? There are 28 little, well, red hematoid and limonite free forms. More of a palm stone, I suppose. It's beautiful quality. Could also come from the sand deposit, which is highly likely. These weigh 820 grams. That is for 28 little lollies and one palm stone. It's going to cost all of $35. This is flat $492. Bucanote hook. the kind of ones that we used to seeing. Light lilac, larger windows, nice crystallization around the planes. So here's a large-ish cluster. All the points are perfect. No chips, it's a lovely cluster. Matrix is fair, not too much, not too little. 1.54 kilograms is what these two weigh. They're going to cost $80. That is flat 961. And yes, what is that? Very good to A grade. Yeah. Then on to two more ammonites. Jigsaws. This is looking very A grade-ish. No much issues there. So great polish. I suppose very good to A grade. These two weigh 1.34 kilograms. They're going to cost $71. This is flat 449. And then onto the center of the trolley. A little bit of a chrysocolla malachite, as you write. No, I don't know. Yeah, as you write, sutterkite. It's a conglomerate of all kinds of copper sulfates. It's pretty in blue. And it's also not perfectly spherical, which adds a bit of a human element to this beautiful little round disc of popping blueness. It weighs all of 620 grams, rated as A grade. It's going to cost all of $38. It doesn't come with a stand. This is flat 663. Next up, a large cobalt bearing dolomite calcite hematite. Geez, pyrite. Lots of pyrite. Shitloads of pyrite. Hematite. Aragonite. Bugs, pink, everywhere, flowery patterns. It's an absolute glorious freeform. There's those rough calcitic botryoidal formations. There's a beautiful vug. Get in there, sunlight, get in there, mate. Weighing, I think this is about 3.5 kilos. There's all that hematite and the pyrite. Geez, there's a lot of it. That entirety is pretty much various forms of iron. Oh, there's another vug. Beautiful freeform. This fella here does in fact weigh 3.245 kilograms. Let's see if it glows. And I bet you the dolomite's going to be orange and that's going to be red. Right, here we go. Lights off, UV on. I don't know. That cobalt there just looks like it lights up pink. That does fluoresce though there. Turn it around. That's nice, man. Turn it around the other way. Nice. That is a beautiful little bit of cobalt magic there. This Congolese beauty is going to be $164. This is flat number 442. Up next is a glorious, not so little petrified wood sphere. Lots of iron in this fella. It weighs all of 1.68 kilograms. It's going to cost $46. Very good to A grade. I've seen better, to be honest. $46. This is flat 24. Then, hello, book and hook from the old classroom. This thin little cluster. Look at that. That is no matrix. It's just quartz, and it's broad, and it's big, and it's proud, and it's like lilac, and it's spirity, and it's limonite over there. It's a beauty. It is 3 kilograms worth of old-fashioned book and note hook, rated as A grade. It's going to cost $232. This beauty is flat number 28. Last but not least, Madagascar. A small little cluster with beautiful, almost perfect, almost, except for that one little chip over there on the tip. It's a beauty. A little bit of white quartz from Madagascar. Weighs 1.61 kilograms, rated as very good. It stands next to the cat, and it's going to cost $32. This is flat number 673. Bonus. Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning in again. It is, let me just downgrade there. It is going to be just a little bit to going forward. Thursday today, Saturday doing a show. Then it's on to the last home lap. No, the last lap, the home stretch to Christmas. I'll be doing shows. It'll be 2 trolley shows during the next week. Cora's going off on a little jaunt to the Cape. Happy days. So there's that going to happen. I'm probably not going to do anything for the week of Christmas, except for everything I want to do when Cora's not here. And then after that, it'll be service as usual up until it'll be 2 trolley shows up until probably the 2nd week of January. So yeah, we'll let you know. It'll be, well, we'll play it by ear. In the meantime, have a hoolie. Spot you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.